How are you doing? Hi, dear. Do we call them listeners or watchers? Or audience?
Viewers. We call them viewers.
Yes, thank you for the correction. How are you doing? Hi, dear viewer. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the emergency meeting. As always, I'm your host. My name is Miss Mbumba.
Are you trying to make it what?
And my co-host over here. My co-host.
Woo!
Please.
Cardinal Henry.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
But I'm not alone, eh? We're not alone in this studio.
We're not.
We've got some very interesting people behind there.
The
Inekumanja kwanga kuti ndilioni.
Don.
Leon.
Leona.
The Don.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Yes, Leon. Leon. How are you, Leon?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. Hi, Uncle. How are you?
I'm fine. And how are you?
I'm good. We've got some very interesting stuff to talk about today.
Very.
Yeah, you know, it's it's been a weird. When was the last time we met? 2 weeks ago?
3?
3?
Yeah.
It's been a weird 3 weeks.
It's been.
Interestingly so.
A lot.
Dakhala tikuona anzathu ama political parties. Akuona kuti tsogolo lawo likhala lotani. Ma convention ndisina zotero.
These minutes.
Yeah, so we first saw the MCP convention. Yeah?
At BICC.
At BICC. Very, our friends, they have money.
People have money. People have money. If you don't have money, don't think that people doesn't have money. Yeah. People have money.
Yeah,
Parties have money.
Yeah, parties do have money.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw the MCP convention happen and we saw pictures of people falling asleep there. One brother of mine, his legs were up there. Yeah. Enjoying himself. And we also saw the DPP convention as well.
Yeah.
We haven't had any other convention after that.
Yeah, there's just been these 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are your current thoughts about what's happening right now after the convention? And that time MCP in that DPP?
I think in the people have money.
Hey, there's money.
Because on the other hand, the other guys who came second, like the DPP, were complaining about those kind of issues. You know, they're not coming clear, but they were just like, Muguzua kuti ife city mboma nde tiribe kotenga ndalama, which gave me like some kind of impression. Okay, what are you trying to say?
Question mark.
You know?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? Which I think it's something that we know. Guys, mboma, they find it easy.
There's
right?
a tumba somewhere.
Maybe
there's a pocket that we don't know about.
Maybe. Bad. It's maybe something that is used when you're in the government. Because when the opposition says, no, we're not in a government.
Yeah.
So we can't have like that luxury. It means they know. When you are in the government,
there is
get it easy. Pali kutekera kuti zinthu sizimavuta, sizimalimba.
Yeah.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the MCP convention was budgeted for, I think, 1 billion Malawi kwacha. I heard that. I stand to be corrected.
I wish we had stats for.
Right? Yes.
I wish we had stats for like before. Kuti tuone kuti ma convention now mbuyomu.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. But I think we can get that from way they used to be having those convention flow. Okay. Because I think the last time I know of NRC.
They had one at NRC.
That was 2013.
Okay.
The 2013 anakabanga kwemwana siku menaja kwera anakasankhidwa kuyambirira taking over from Tembo.
Yes.
Okay? It was kwa NRC. Okay? So this is like a school. Ndikuholo. Kodi mwina they took advantage kuti ana kulibe ma delegates anakagona kuma hostelo. Mwina atu. Ndikungokayikira chonche. You see? Which ma charges ake mwina sanga khale kuti kunkuhotelo kaya mwina like paying somewhere, you know. I've been in the committees where I've organized mwina my youth conference and the like.
Yes.
You go to a certain secondary school, my charges I mean mapaswa mwina per night. I was like, no, 2,000 per bed. that kind of a thing. So that's just to give you a picture with where are they coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are talking about NRC.
Yeah.
Okay. And even their nominations fees kwa anthu amene amafuna kupikisana nawo maudindo, it was ndalama zochepa.
Yeah.
Nthawi imene yoyo.
Yes.
All right. Now they're in the government. They're on a steering wheel. The budget was 1 billion Malawi kwacha.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of money. It's unfortunate. I've been saying kunena kuti chifukwa chani party financing, malamulo party financing, samabwera poera. We talked about this.
Yes, we did.
But I also heard that my political parties, mainly the major one, I mean, I'm potentially they can win the next elections. I'm my silence funders, silence partners.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm my hidden agendas. As my business.
That's it.
My contracts.
That's true.
That's it. We talked about that in Hawinage. In how many tinkalankhula za state capture. Right? Tinkalankhula, I think there was one analyst, we talked to Wonderful Coach.
Yes.
So he told us, that state captures in this kuti if you look back, those people that are capturing these leaders, during the campaign. Okay.
Yes.
So my point, I'm driving to the fact that our laws on party financing, political parties financing, it's not clear.
Yeah.
Like people doesn't come clear and tell us kuti ndalama zathu kulibeko chipani chimene chimagulisa kanyenya ku Malawi kuno. Kuti akhoza kuimanena kuti ifeyo ndalama zathu, we've got these investments. You get it, right? So it's difficult when it comes to such times to declare kuti ndalama yathu iyi tutachoka kuti kapena anthu amasonkha.
That's true.
You see? So I'm saying this because DPP ananena acheya awo achaponda kunena kuti ifetu sitili mboma akufusidwa za budget.
They know. They know kuti mboma monderi pamakhandira mazina zake zimene amapakula zipitisa ku chipani.
That's it.
For chipani
kuti chizienda.
And I'm guessing it can also be a little easier for them to cover tima cost tina transportation because they can easily just say magari moto awa dabiti
yeah. And anthu amene alankhula sikuti ndi ndafodi akamba ndo anthu okuti
Mboma.
So they know
what happens. They know what happens.
Yeah.
So for me, I think zinandipasa maganizo kuti nchifukwa chani sitimapakhala clear pa party financing. One even said because it means at the end of the day those are our resources. One even said because yes, MCP couldn't say kuti ndalama izizi zachoka kaya kuma MDAs. One even said but what DPP said ndizimene zadipasa mayankho nendo ndekuti mukakhala mbomamu you get it matenga ndalama ndikupanga china chake. So we've been crying out kuti tabweresani poyera tateni tikhwimise nkhani izizi za party financing. There's been ma attempts nditu ndi mabungwe ngati china EU kuti let's work on documentation paperwork policies kuti that runs our political parties kuti anthu azidziwa kuti when you're coming to politics you have your own party, you have to subscribe to this. This is what we do. We have to know where you get your money. We have to know who is supporting you, who is financing you, kaya mukutenga maloni. So says it's for accountability. Because we are trusting you for our nation. We're trusting you with our monies. Mudziendesa ndalama zatu. So toyamba I think
But like
what
also,
DPP getting drama kuma local councils.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was also about to bring that up.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Like water body.
Yeah.
So also maybe that can be how our friends have
they do it.
Maybe they've borrowed a leaf. Maybe they've borrowed a leaf. But also like I think aside from the finances, it's being how we've discussed the finances. What do you think about like representation after doing both conventions? Personally, when it comes to female representation,
it's not to the expectation, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe my friends, you would like to beg
say MCVA vice president, the female.
Yeah.
Yes. But how many other females are there?
Yeah. I think in by default, director of women, it's Nzimaya.
Nzimaya. That's
you can't compete as a man who director of women. So that's it. And then kuli publicity secretary, Dr. Jessica Bwira.
Yes.
And I think the whole neck, mwina Nzimaya amene alimo amene anasanka convention yaja because they said kuti ma deputies savota ajita kusokerera
Okay.
adzingopanga appoint. So as it stands, we have the NEC that has, I think, 3, if I'm not mistaken, 3 women that are taking roles in the NEC, top NEC.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the vice president, as he has said. We have got Jessica Bwira. We've got director of women.
Yeah.
Okay. DPP, the representation of Adzimai.
There's just one woman. I've just forgotten.
I think ambiri ndi ma deputy directors.
But why?
Ndaona ma directors angapo.
Yeah.
I saw it like, I think muntu amene nangoyola panga screenshot. They are like anapanga post about 10 women. Okay? Of which amene ali ma top position as directors, full directors. Ndi 4, if not 3.
Okay.
The rest ndi ma deputy directors. Okay? So for me, I think if you ask me, I think maybe DPP siri kuziwa kuti awawa akamapanga.
DPP on the top neck ndi Mozie Kaminesari director of women.
Okay.
Mary Navich.
Okay.
Yeah. Also VP ya kunothi Chapi Mhango. VP a Central Alfred Gangara. VP wa East Brighton Saka.
South.
VP wa South Mwanamveka. Secretary General Peter Mukito. Treasurer General.
And all of them, they're very problematic. There's some problems there somewhere.
So I think that will take us to the point, Yonena Kuti, what does it mean? These people that have been elected to lead the parties,
again,
which they might end up holding positions in the next governments.
Yeah.
One of it said. So I think I can start with MCP.
Okay.
For me, with MCP, there's been changes. Right?
Yeah.
There's been changes. I think mwina nkhani ndionena kuti mwina anthu tikhoza kuti tapezera zifukwa koma mwina tilibe maumboni azinthu zimene zikuchitika. When have said? Yeah, because in as much as we say, no, there's still corruption that is happening, but we don't have maumboni. Onena kuti akuti akupanga katangali kapena akuti abandalama pena pake mwakuti kumene kuko. Unless muna azachoke mboma ndi adzambe kokedwa. That's why you are saying kuti komatu onsewa ku DPP because we know them.
And there's been cases.
There's been cases in Makoti, you know?
Yeah.
So, I think I would tell you, kunena kuti, my biggest worry about my convention amene achitika awawa. MCP yaimika squad yao. And you know kuti amene amapezeka muneki, they're possibly to hold my positions. I'm Boma once the party is ruling. Okay? It means my ministers ndota mayangana first muneki moja kuti amene at least atani apite. Okay? Agama perewera mpamene no amanga utenga ena. So kuti ku MCP ambiri ndioti ali ndi manduna kale. Okay, and their performances taona ena mwina siru khutisidwa nawo, they're not performing to the standard that we wanted. Okay, so we can say it's going to be like the same thing when we get there. Okay, it's going to be like the same thing. We go with DPP. My dear, you just said
very problematic.
Yeah. Okay. And
a lot of recycling has happened.
A lot of recycling, and these other people, they are even kuchipani kwa komweku anthu amadana nawo kale. You see?
That's true.
With the way they handled themselves with the position they had previously. Oka amakhala akumanenana kuti ali ndi milandu amene akuti it's not us. Even themselves no. So I tell you kuti my biggest worry is thinking about yes, we are in mess right now. Okay? But when you look around and see kuti DPP is the only option that we have. It makes me mad. Like I can be honest with you. I never said.
I mean, we are yet to see other conventions.
We're not going to social media. Very influential person. And we are going to choose the lesser evil.
That's the thing.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
Which is for me, which is not good for our nation, because we all know them.
Yes.
Also, because our taziwa taona mena kwendesera. Right? And DPP, we know we have history with them. I think it's that kind of thing whereby Uyangana ex you with the current.
I was literally about to give the same example. We are not going to get
komano mwina poti ndongofuna ndipange chiganizo. I think I'll just,
for the lesser evil.
You see? So for me, I say it makes me mad. Okay, first of all, I will be honest with you. This is an emergency meeting. Panoba sidimaga mangani zoma nyengerera. We have to be honest because it's for the interest of this great nation. Dziko linondiratu, dziko linoti malikonda, timalipira sonko tunena pano. Whenever I said, we feel the pain of the decisions that are made. Okay, so I can tell you, ineo as a Malawiani. Whenever I said, ndikuma kuya, because DPP for me, sina nditandize even as an opposition party. Sina nditandize.
Exactly. They have been weak.
They've been weak.
Yeah.
And I can't trust you. Why were you weak?
And then to make it worse, it's like, we've given you a chance to at least show us that you're willing to change.
Yes.
But you still do the same thing.
You're still doing the same thing, even because I always say, kunena kuti, DPP made it easy for MCP.
Yeah.
They really did.
They did.
I think MCP have been reckless. Like they didn't care because there was nobody to push them.
Yeah.
I will blame it on DPP as leading as the biggest opposition party. Yes. I'll blame it on other CSOs. Amina Makala Mene Koko putting pressure on the government, like giving the checks and balances. I'll blame it on them. Yes, we are in a mess today. Yes, this is not happening. Yes, the economy is bad, but what have you been doing in the opposition?
That's true. They've been a very weak opposition.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you wanna give us some thoughts on this? You've been awfully quiet.
No, okay, they have been weak.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah,
and the Nangasin, we had the alliance thing. So most of the parties, I think, was against. So I don't know. Maybe that was the issue. Whatever. They wanted to compete over.
Yeah.
I'm a funny collective even.
How you manage?
I think the
MCB has always been like that.
Yeah, it has always been like that.
Yeah.
Giving pressure. Yeah.
I think kunali gunyanya. So
that's
the thing. At the end of the day, it was like, do you want to run this government again or not? Because Kwambili it was like, Bensam now. It's not like that. And that's ridiculous.
Yes. Because I think for me, that was the time that you have to demonstrate that you care for us.
Yeah.
Okay. I always say with leading. Okay. It's not when you are on the front row. Sometimes you can be a leader, just kukala mbali mwina mwake, but making sure that the one that is leading at that particular time,
that's true.
And people will respect you. Chifaji mene mwina antawi nake achakwera mwina anaamba mati sangalasa like going into 2015, 2016, it's how bold he was in the parliament
as an opposition
leader.
Yes.
When he said every decision, mavudo mwe he also akupanga lero likaya ma traveling chanchan going out. Amaima a president akuyenda kwambiri. Akumatenga chintigulu kupita nacho kunja. He was standing. But today, in this period of him leading, there's not been the opposition that has been standing out and be like...
There's not been any opposition.
There's not been any... apart from social media.
Yeah.
Because it's in as social media.
In fact, it was even easier to
play around.
Against this one.
Yeah.
Ngara banga complain is a president being traveling or whatever.
Yeah.
Ababa it was easier. Amarankura is. Amasoko saza goli dan namena aja. Anawerengeta maramu.
You see? So, I mean, it was so easy for DPP to oppose Yani, not even measuring them on what they promised, but what they were questioning DPP of.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we are questioning this, and you've been given the opportunity to lead. You are doing the same thing.
Exactly.
So it was easy for just someone to stand out and be like, I was saying, but they didn't do that.
It's ridiculous because at the end of the day, now you want voters to come out and vote
for you. But also it's like,
for what? For what though? You haven't done anything for the past 4 or 5 years.
Why should? So that's why I'm mad. I say it seems like that's the option that we have, because we are talking about numbers here. Okay,
Yeah.
So if you ask me today, I will tell you DPP still have chances of coming back. If you ask me today, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm mad. Because what were you doing you haven't been a good leader, because it's not just for you to be like on a reading law. Like you could have been given like pressure mbali naye, and even the CSOs as well.
I think on the CSO part, my CSOs and anali mbali mozi during 2019 my demonstrations. Anali mbali mozi, they are the current government demonstrating against the former government. So I think whenever they are compromised.
That's the thing. But that's the thing. But I mean, that's where you miss the agenda of being a CSO. Because it means you have to be independent. Okay?
You have to be neutral.
And waja akale kuti akukujoinani inuyo. Osati inuyo mukwajoina iwo for demonstrations. Okay? Ma demonstration tukapanga ma demonstration ine ndi CSO yanga ka freedom chan. Ndoti I am organizing. If DPP is coming in, they are joining me. Osati kuti ndikapanga join you, because it's easy that way when you are like ndimapanga join kuma demo. It means when akalowa mboma, they can offer me something. And I will fall for it.
Power hungry.
We have seen that happening. Mombodidly now. So, I mean,
So
let's wait for the other conventions.
Yes, I was about to say we should give a chance to our other political parties. That want to.
So UTM.
Truth to be told, the competition in Karava will because they are
that's
the majority following MCP and DPP.
And
we've heard of speculations, possible
alliances.
So tuona kuti zikhala bwanji. Speaking of power hungry.
No, I just wish we had another option.
Another option imakabo wezi. Yosaka vote.
No. We're not campaigning for that, guys. We are not campaigning for that.
We are voting.
Okay? But we've agreed to vote for lesser evil, which is
we're not agreeing to vote for let people vote for who they want to vote for.
But the thing is,
ali subjective.
And mwina tina kakauti mwina tukoza kwapa sampata. Okay? We can talk about UTM. It's just unfortunate kuti they're not organized, you know. They are like trying to get themselves back to where they came from, which is something ridiculous for me. I mean, because I'm like, man, what are you doing,
up, guys? Boot up, like
because we've got new faces. Ndikumangoona ma poster ajina Matthews Ntombuka akuoneka kuti background ya poster iyi ichokera pena pake. You see, so just tikudalira amene simunapange confession mupange ma confession tuone kuti claim yanu ndi chani. Mwina we can have a better option.
At least 3 solid options.
Hey, come on,
yeah, but anyway, speaking of power hungry people, we've just seen an article. Oh, could you please pull that article up? Anzatu ku Parliament tuku. Mukumana ndira makobidi. Mukumana ndira Juma kuti ma policies muzipanga pasi, ma bill muzipanga pasi ku Parliament. Zikukhala bwanji?
Mane.
Bianco, do you have it ready?
Yes, I just have the heading. The Today's Weekend Nation front page says that laws for sale. They probably ma subheadings. The MPs claimed that they are paid to pass or reject bills in the House. And the commentators are saying that the Parliament has lost its moral compass.
Yes. That's a fact.
Yeah.
The moral compass of the Parliament is not, they are not even representing the people anymore.
Exactly.
You're representing your pockets.
Exactly.
And that's ridiculous.
That makes me mad.
If I'm voting for you to be my MP, I expect you to represent
me
in
my
Parliament.
interest, man.
So what are you doing?
Because it's like Mbumba, I've sent a friend, I say mugati fusilile nkazi. Ndeyo avinamene kuja awamba kukia yao. You see? That's what it means. I mean, for a long time I've been thinking about this. Kuti mama guys ajama diringalira. Okay? So last time I think we did this other images meeting. We spoke about that. Ndimanena kuti ma MP ku Malawi kunoko. Kunkhani zina amatha kuoneka ngati anthu andoyambana. Kunkhani zina Whatever said.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, because timakambirana zina kuti, I think tinkakambirana za document ya reform ijena zapanga leak nthawi inake.
Yes.
Kuti, you know, that document has to go through parliament and all that, people has to vote. And muzinthu zina zimene zimayenera kukonzedwa zinali zokhuza ma allowance ama member of parliament. So ndinkanena kuti there is no way you will go to parliament ndukapanga bill yonena kuti ma member of parliament ma allowance awo achepesedwe. It can't happen. Singaduse, you know, because that house imata kuoneka ngati ndiyosagwirizana on other things, but when it comes to their own welfare, they're united front. One of it. So it makes me also mama speculations, and then Bon Kalindo came out ndikulankhula pa zodiac ndikunena kuti ine kumene kuja sindizapita koso chifukwa kumene kuja anthu achasama akonda Malawi. I was shocked. I was like, I thought maybe is ndikungoganiza, but you're now validating me. Okay? Kuti kumene kuja people will receive money, okay? And you will receive money to shoot down some other bills, to shoot down izinthu zina zake zoti when you look into it zikanathandiza Malawi. I always give this example kuti there was nkhani ya malamulo okhuza ma bank rates. My interest rates, nkhani ya ngongole. This is something that will benefit a lot of Malawians. And timadalira ngongole ku Malawi kuno. Timadalira ma bank loans, timadalira ma. So says there was a whole bill ndithi kuti banje zinthu tizaziunika to favor Malawians. They shoot it down.
Yeah, that's true.
You see? So you think of it kuti anthu aja we are sending them to represent us. And nyuzi imene alembera mwachulidwa so maina ama MP ena amene avomereza. Kuti zidi ndizoonadi. We want your bill kuti kaduse. You have to meet us first.
So now my question is how do we hold this situation? How do we hold them accountable for this? Because I'm sure, is it illegal? Is it illegal for you to go to a member of parliament and say, I don't feel wage.
I think
it's a matter of morals.
It's just a matter of morals.
No, it's illegal.
But it is corruption, though. Is it not?
Yeah, it's corruption.
They are putting it in a way where it's lobbying. You get it, right? We're just trying to fight for this.
But you can fight without having to pay them. You can just
telling them.
Yeah, just tell them. You know, that's a way of getting them to.
At least, not giving out money.
Yeah, you don't have to give them money. So at the end of the day, it's like corruption.
The corruption.
So I mean, now we
So I think voting. Ndimaona ngati voting yazi nungazimene samakhalira nchigulugulu. Tizichita kuziwa. Kuti amene akana lamulo ili.
Yes.
One of said, if we had to come clean on that, kwabwera lamulo ili ndilokuza kuti ndekuti zichitika kuti atiuza amalawi kufunika kwa lamulo limene likupita ku parliament. Kuti lamulo ili amalawi ndilo lili kuthandizani zakuti. Tikapanga izi pakhala mukhala ndi access ya zakuti, which means we understand how important that bill is and how that law is going to affect us as citizens. Nde ikapita ku parliament kuja tizikhala kuti tsiku limene loti kuonera mavoti akujani aku parliament. Over a bill. Mene timapangira mene timaonera mavoti ama convention awowa. Komano izozo samakaza ballot box kuti apita yekha tiziona kuti wavotera chani. Koma izikaonena kuti on camera tikuyamba ndi Cholo Tava constituency. Ba bill ili mukuti chani ndeti zaona MP athu amanena kuti ineyo ndakana. Mwanive said? Ineyo ndatani ndakana pasifua zakuti. And backing yawo yoti imve. Mwanive said? Kuti at the end of the day, we should be able to know kunena kuti amene akana bill iyi imene titalongosoledwa ife ngati Malawi tinaona kuti ndiyo tithandiza ndiyakuti. And see if they are still worthy to be our representatives.
That's true.
That's it.
Yeah. That's a very good one.
But what is happening right now? It's corruption.
Very good proposition.
It's
corruption.
Komano, another problem ndonena kuti ku social studies kulemba inaphunzitsa kuti nthambi zaboma kaya zili nthambi zitatu palija executive ndi legislation. Yeah, so ndimafira ngati kuti kunoko izi zinazibakasha kwambiri to the extent yonena kuti zina sizili independent zina zinjanjani because ndofira ngati kuti even Okeke, they were supposed to be accountable. You have to be accountable. Mabangana keep in check.
Exactly.
That was the whole point.
It was.
Because Chinimaka under Izage, literally.
Yeah.
Nothing would.
You're right. Because I think judicially
would have said, my guy, because it's about you know.
No matter how muna malamulo timanena kuti people will have different views, right? But at the end muna ziyatimana kuti you can be doing mapose, right? Ndikunena kuti akulu nkupanga survey kuti bill iyi titayipanga present kwa Malawi ayivotera chonje, which means you have the backing kuti ku parliament uja anthu akapanga zosiyana, judiciary can come in. Judiciary can come in kuti makai.
And it's not making sense kuti panopa we have judiciary it's placed kunjako after the Sankozic.
You see?
Africa whatever. Yet they're just there and see
you see them understanding all these things. So as you have said, they could have been in a better position to give some check and balances to each other.
Yes.
My guy, what are you doing? This tinapanga survey tinapeza malizatawa, which simply means this is beneficial to Malawians. You were supposed to vote for these ones. So it means whatever decision we have to make here, it won't be final. There are other people that will come and monitor how we do things here. So we have to be
very serious
in how we are doing our things.
And also I think particular projections or survey akakura vanga propose bill inake or inake kuti Malawi standpoint yawo
ndio done.
Ndekuti ikakasiyana kwambiri ndi ma MP atikakoti titikapanga lazima questions.
Why?
Because the members of parliament are always
representatives.
So whatever they say is what we want.
What we want.
So if ngatizikusiyana somebody's question.
Because there is no way ku constituency kwako and kunachuluka manamba lambiri oti ayivotera. And where you go there you say no.
Then you're not doing your job.
Izi kama mwandikumbusa kuti Josh Banda nagulisa ndege imeana kula bingu ndege ya president.
Okay.
Presidential jet.
Yes.
Pazifukwa zimene yake ananena. Koma I remember kuti nkazi banga pa TVM. I think in TVM.
NBC TV.
Yes. Kuti anthu a Malawi avote
yeah.
And over 70% Malawians said ndege
isagulisidwe.
Still anagulisa. Akuti ikangokhala ku airport kuti
cost,
iwe on our own soil ndege funika zipanga charges because airport akupanga rani ndi anthu enayo.
Imagine.
It was very problematic.
So
malamulo amene wanalemba
anaikandani anavomereza ndani.
Can't you look into that?
Anavomereza ndani kuti zimene zichitika.
And mukufira kuti okay fast zifinyika
ndewe kushingogulisa chintu chathu.
It's costing millions. Chili nziko lathu pantha.
Koma wina yathu. Koma wina akakuti charger
for using our soil. That's crazy.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
There's zinthu zitatu izi vuto lalikulu neni malona ngati pa zinthu zitatu zinaphatikizana.
Zinaphatikizana. Leo sama jogera ku executive.
Zosezo zilanda executive.
Yeah. Whatever the executive says.
Because even the executive itakhauri alankhulapo kuti amagai muri bwanji. If you really basi bante mafuna uthandiza Malawi. They wouldn't allow kuti
mabiru ngati amene azipezoti akanidwa kumene ko.
Ndi zinthuzo tizenena kuti because tikamaka tu
sitikavotera as parliament. Tikavotera executive yaja. You see, because those are the people amene amakhala ballot. Watu munthawi sana bange question balamulo ili. So we don't need them.
So dear voter, this is your chance now to start questioning your MPs.
What have they done? I think it's time as Malawians we stop looking at tribal regions and everything and start looking at these things. How people are running their policies, ideas and everything.
But you know now the thing is, my policies are too, they cannot, I don't know kuti kati nabangadala kuti izisamaveke in layman's term. Because it's very easy. Umazozoti ndizophweka kungovaya kumuzi kujanduka ngona kuti ineyo ndikunena kuti let's say policy yakuti akaipangamo kuti inuyo mudzika imva kuti simena kunena koma terminologies nosiyana.
Right.
So it's going to take a lot to to pretty much digest whatever the members of parliament are going to say in their regions. And whether you like it or not, the issue of tribalism, the issue of regionalism, whether you like it or not, whether you like it, and that's what they like. And it's you and me. I mean, I think my body says, they're not making any sense. But those guys are like, as long as he's giving me keto and buying me a coffin when my uncle dies, I'm okay.
I'm sorted.
You see? So, let's learn. I don't know how we can do it.
But it's something that we have to be serious with.
Blackmail
Blackmail, why?
Ngani ndiyakulapshoni yomweyo ngani ndiyakulapshoni ya bribe yomwe kuti akuluakulu ndalama ndizi tapita nizi mukakane. You see, which simply means you're no longer representing the people, you are representing yourself. You are doing things to your own interest, which is not the reason we voted you out there. Kuti mukati imirire. That's why I'm saying kuti ife titakhala kuziwa ndipo kulakati kuli malamulo amene ondetazi kuti IMP athu sanavotere izi despite knowing zimene kwa kumuzi kwathu tinakambirana. Because there are structures ku constituency kuli a whole structure wanimvesed imene imatsogolera constituency ya anthu. So those people ndeutakhala kuti anakambirana anapita kukafusa ma village head anapita kukafusa anthu mkaya manyako wachanchani, they are votes. And kuti MP wanu wakalankhula zosiyana, people should be given mwayi wonena kuti munthu yo siti kuntani siti kumfuna because he's not representing our interest. He is representing their own interest.
That's true.
And ndrama zimene makalandira amene kusikuti zimapita so kumudzi ayi ndekuti ena alandidwa nazo azima in town muno basi sizipita so kuti
enjoy. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I think we can all conclude to say the moral compass ya Parliament bakada trash.
Yeah.
So
it's for sale.
2025, I don't know, man.
It's for sale. We can go with a billboard by Parliament. We're going to Parliament for sale.
Parliament for sale.
I mean, the biggest bidder with the highest bidder will take this.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Komano jina nchina, ngozi za joloka.
Amen. So I know tiri kuma hive mwatibweresa
sorry
because tikuseka nthawi yoti sitikuyenera kuseka
pena pake. Is it the roads? Is it ma construction akuchitikawa? Is it akabaza? Is it spiritual?
Is it a police? It is spiritual.
Is it a police? Ngozi zachuluka. And it seems as if every day you wake up, pa Zodiac, pa Times, pa Chan, koma hii usiku kwa
3 have died.
3 have died.
2 have died.
10 have died. Koma chitraki chapanga mwaputi. I'm not saying kuti ngozi sisi chitika.
Yeah.
Sima chitika.
But
komano this month has been hectic. You know?
I think it not just
the biggest one being the Inferno ya Kuje.
Ya Ukasungu.
Yes.
That was crazy.
I think it's not just this month. I think this year. Ngozi zakazuma chitika, as you have said. But ngozi zina zake imati mukamva. Mina this we could have avoided. Okay? Ngozi zonena kuti chitraki chinafera pansewu. Chakhalapo 2 days. Sichinachosedwepo. Nde chapangisa ngozi fa wina wake anatani anachiomba usiku sanachione. We could have avoided that. What have you said? So, to begin with, there are so many contributing factors kungozi zimene zikuchitika these days. That's to begin with. That we have to agree. We are contributing as road users, okay? The police are contributing.
Yes.
Obanga malamulo mwina like the city councils, the district councils, they are contributing to that. So, everybody, the authorities, even the roads authority, ngozi zina nifuacha miseu mene ili ma potholes machani we kuti mwina wamenya pothole gali moto ya bus yakuthawa mmanja ngozi yachitika. You see, so there are so many contributing factors, so many players involved, and it's everyone. To begin with, tisanayambe ku mu anthu amene mwina ndatchulawa mwina mukhoza kumandiuza mbali yanu akuti amene mukuona kuti ali ndi vuto nde munene vuto lake.
Chabwino.
Chabwino. inuwe munavulana ndi abani
ineyo kwakukulu ndikuona ngati I've noticed a lot kuti there are two things that I've picked up. I've noticed kuti zima-track izi zikumafaifa.
Yeah, you're right.
Ineyo every time from work the highway yochoka interchange yopita ku 49 every day there's like chitrack you know I think iso china chake chilipo be chakhalapo dzana ka chungopanga blink I don't know ina achitopera I don't know there's like zima tracks made easy and it's very easy for you to just slam into those because first of all you can't even see the triangles they're not there
apangoika masamba they are 2 days anyala apondedwa
masamba can mean anything can be anything you know what I'm saying zokhala mwina ndi maliro
changolukira ulo munsewu
maona so tumapezeka kuti we are driving, it's the highway, we're going so quickly. You see it, it's too late for you to even divert. Because also it's a highway where some game already you know? So there's that. I don't know how long should how long should they be on the road before we find these people?
Mpamene ndi mabwera ndi authority. City council.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because it has to be malamulo mwanu. Kunena kuti either zili malamulo mwanu olo mwina muli ndi dongoso limene mumapanga. Okay? That people knows.
Kodi authority alibe kandrama kuti akapatse ma MP biru ipange pasi kuti gamoto ikafa 1 hour ichotsepepo hours ka 12 hours aziziwa
akahonge ma MP
mwina malamulo mulibe zikufunika zikidwe.
So I think my point is as a city council, I say timaonera zinthu timaonera ma program timaonera mene zinthu zimachitikira kunja zinaze anthu oti mwina apita kunja mauza you can't find this ku America ku New York because this is our city. We're talking about zinthu zoti zikuchitika mu area 49 mu ndekuti ndikatikati mwa New York chakumwina kwake ku bypass kwa New York ku bypass kwa Washington waziziwe kumene you can't find such thing kuti track ya feda pansewu. In fact kuli malamulo anzatu matrack samayenda masana maujeni misewu ina ya town
busy roads.
You can't have tracks. You can't be on a queue traffic with the track. Ndezi track za ku Malawi. Think of the tracks za ku Malawi. Zote zimabwera kuno sisa gonja kale.
My break ulibe kumatali kwa queue.
Umachiro ukamaji koma chichita mkazo oti changu yamba bwerera mbuyo. Si basi tatira mene baba. But you have those things those tracks in queue with them. First thing. They have to put malamulas into consideration also. Secondly, they have to have their own or work with the private companies to have towing services. Okay,
that are affordable.
That are affordable. Okay, because it's for the city, it's for the people. So you have to have a towing service as a city council that is affordable. Imene gari moto mwalandira utenga. Ndipo one is a responsibility driver. Ndabanga breakdown mu highway. It doesn't have to take 20 minutes usana embire ku council. And kusireko isatenge so 1 hour asa nabwere nkuza kupanga toll. It means they have to toll you akakusemala space olo ku office kwawo kuti ainaka gari moto akaombole kuti ndekuti it means mwina akagari moto ndamene akalipira ku city council, not the driver, but the responsibility of the driver was just to call the council to do their work, which is within an hour. Gari moto ngati inatseka nsewu mamawa mukupita kunchito simuyipeza so mazulo mukweruka. It can't happen because it's something that it has to happen in one hour. It's an emergency. One invested. It means every district, because tukamba zama ma breakdown endo amachitikira pakati pa Lilongwe ndi chani Lilongwe ndi Deza. Where Deza it's closed, the Deza council are the towing service. They can come and tow it ndikuikoka ndukaisiya ku office kwawo ndekuti munthu akapanga sort. In every district council, in every city council,
it's even easier when it comes to mathematics. Charge mene munga ikopangira to ingokhaina yake. When you don't do that, mwina ndikuta 2 hours kuti sunapangidwe to sunapange
report
pazikhala fee yokuti ndiyodula
kuposa
kuti ungoyimira
exactly
andazipanga opt kuti
ndingoyimba zikhale kwa iwo ine nzakhala ndimbona kuti zinachitika izi ndinayimba phone they didn't come. Okay, So this is a service that our councils has to have. Akuyenera kale nawo ma service our affordable because it's
private upange anthu akozogula
exactly. We've got so many tili now magalaji chanchani komano it has to be in connection with the government with city councils. Kuti azizoti tikakaitenga galimoto tikaisiya ku city council. Because ndekuti ino muzika mudira ndi city council kaifezi tipita ndi city council kamuzilipita ndi inuyo komano this is a service that we're doing to the city councils. That means on that ama track yo zofera musewe chanchani takonza every breakdown kaya ndi aying'ono kaya ndi ayikulu nthawi ina tipapeza ti ndi Q 18 mu 40 galimoto ina yake wina yamufera papa wangoima baino pacha. You have to be told, you have to be put aside anthu azidani anthu azidusa
umatiri ku Parliament kamba phabas
China tikubwera ku nkhani ya popeza I've never owned a car. So if we maka ya Italy banjas
I think chaka so if we maka ya chaka
service ya galimoto imafunika yozipangidwa how regularly
mwina ena zimatengera ati ma oil 5000 kilometers ena 8000 kilometers.
So I don't know kuti masama wana panga banja one on average ni mafira ngati kuti mesa so if it's certificate of fitness kuti galimoto yo ili fit kuti khoza kuenda pansewu of which panova kunalo waswakatangala anthu amagulitsana zimene zija without even checking the car, you know. That's a problem.
Why are you attacking me?
That's true.
That's the problem.
That's true.
So even ngozi zina zimakhala kuti fayori magalimoto
road worth.
Yes.
You're right.
You're
right.
Komano indi SWF.
You're right.
Two, ngati SWF yo dili yeni. You funika at least kebe with abange masamo on average. SWF kutengera ndi mmene makhala SWF ndi misewu ya ku Malawi. Service minimum.
Ima nyongonyeka pa nthawi yayitali banji.
For there's no way gamoto chabuno SWF maipasa January. Aipanga service January. And you expect kuti gamoto mene ili road with mpaka November December.
No way.
No.
Because
that's a lie.
Because even mashoko ajina suspension timakonza pafupi ni misewu ya ku Malawi mene ili. You buy into leloli after 3 months umva kweli Zambika kugogoda, you know.
So how was there any misewu?
China misewu.
So
misewu apart from kukonza mapoto which amena abangisa songozo kwambiri. Ndufira ngati having ma foreign aja helps a lot because kulibeko ma head on. So ngozi zomwe zimachitika kwambiri zimakhauri waponya nsewu watuluka aziziwa kwina kuti khoza bwana ku ina breathalyzer amesesa acha because anthu be despite kuti yanchani komano yomayendesa otamwa ichi image andina aziziwa judgment imakhala kuti ilipuwa. I've been in a car kuti akuyendesayo wayaka aziziwa and chapa stadium pacha namuona kuti last week inenda kwera ku left iye ali ku right akuendesa koma muona ruwira akuponda white line aziziwa pa stadium pacha ndangumva kenaka kutere mira yake ili chonchi ombana mira ndi mira ndi nzake koma because he was drunk amkafuna ambe kublema nzake that is what dusana. I was like no bro iwe umaenda kwambiri ukoko aziziwa koma nokuti amvesese inamsoba yeye drunk koma nokuti kuti makani and those little things ni jamango zindikira kuti muli kugahena.
I'm so too late. Don't. On your point, I was so pissed off. Yes, there was kunali meet and greet ku Blantyre ya amameya annually. Nde kunalankhulidwa mene koko ndi ameya a deputy mayor ku Blantyre a Jomo ndikunena kuti anthu akudandaula apolisi muchitepo kanthu kuti ma breathalyzer apanga affect business ya anthu. I was ndinakwiya.
Which business?
Ndinakwiya.
Business
yamo
ndinakwiya like guys because it's like we're not acknowledging kuti kumwa kumabangisa ngozi. That's the first thing. We are not acknowledging kuti ukalezera your judgment is poor. Is poor. Pansewu. How can you be out there and be like anthu akudandala tichepese ma breathalyzer
and apo akudandala business yokuti ndi luxury mo sukuti ukupangitsa chili chose ku Malawi kuno kuti chitukuko ka nutrition.
But take it from someone who drinks. Zimene wayankhula Jomo ndi dororo. Because in someone who drinks it's very difficult for me to tell kuti ndalezere. I don't know mina it's the way I understand nkani ngati zize. When you drink, whether you like it or not, your blood is pumping differently in your body. Even the way your side is different. The way you are speaking is different. You see? So for you to say, Gudi, ndalezera koma ndikhoza kuyendesa guys
Bwino.
boza zimangokhala by chance
Kuti wakafika
popo.
exactly
koma limakhala boza you know mwina chabe kuti anthu they just hate the police. Let's just be honest, anthu amadana ndi popo.
komano munthu wakuti uli ndi position ngati imeneyo why
You cannot be saying things like that.
like why would you say that? Okay,
You are a whole deputy
the mayor of the city.
You cannot be saying things. And Jomo Samama, he doesn't drink.
So you know,
He doesn't drink. I don't know why he's even bothering.
aindi bala kapena
even if you look at that, could their business being affected? I will tell you, Kuti, people can own mabala in town mucha. Ndikumakhala kamwina 24 hours. That's why we have taxis, man. That's why we have taxis.
Yeah.
Taxis.
You are drunk, you can take your car home, leave the car, take a taxi, go home. That's it.
It's very easy mathematics. Taxis and masiku ano maklabu mapub whatever. Panja ukatunga whether you like it or not, you find a taxi. And if you know where you're going, kwina wake go to Ugama, take a designated driver.
Yeah.
You don't want to get a taxi.
A sober drive.
Hey, take a sober driver.
Amwene music ama fanta.
Hey,
Mangani rodi mutiendese tikamachoka kuti. Tikamachoka kunoko. Komano commenting on what you said, I say. Asogolera tusagwenera zikhala pasogolo ndikumakhacha malamulo ofunikira because already we are and inezi nandi kuisa fatu kwamba nthawi yoti ngozi zikuchitika tukamba zimene nthawi yoti ngozi zikuchitika ndeti kanene kuti we blame breathalyzer
like for real.
You know, I mean, Bobo said what Jomo said has really brought about argument. Imena ntamane ntaina kuti kodi Jomo akhala bwanji mayor yet classy
alibe classmate,
you know, alibe classmate. Classmate wanga amene akunziwa
wakumpira
akuvala timakaburu kale you know. So how is he going to be mayor? Because that is very ignorant.
It is. You're
telling me you went to a whole podium but without assessing what you're about to say?
Imagine.
Who is his team? Who is behind his team? Who is telling him what to do?
Imagine that.
Because that's very nonsensical.
It is.
Literally you cannot be saying he breathalyzer why?
Wina wake anata ya muntu chifukwa mwina anaumbidwa ndi munthu oti analedzera. Imagine that.
Now you see how angry people get.
People get.
And it's small things like mafuna akondedwe, I don't know.
Akondedwe ni
baba ona
ntchito yako ndiyopangisa kuti malamulo akhale and people mzinda ukhale safe and all that. People should be safe. That's your job.
No, honestly speaking, a deputy mayor needs to sit down. He needs to apologize or something.
Yeah.
Because there are people that have lost families because of drunk driving.
Exactly.
Yes. Please, John Day, reassess whatever you said.
Hey,
if you really
go back
all that you are serving,
and go back and apologize.
Go back and apologize.
With and hire a PR office.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think ineyo ndilankhule mbali ina ya contribution ya ngozi.
Yes.
If anthu ogwiritsa ntchito nsewu anthu amene tili magalimoto ndi a police, we are contributing.
Yes.
Okay, list galimoto pa nsewu, okay, kuti uyende pa nsewu, right? Umafunika ukhale ndi one driving license, umafunika ukhale ndi insurance, umafunika ukhale ndi COF. So these are the things that zikuoneka. Okay, umafunika ukhale ndi visible number plate, umafunika ukhale ndi windscreen ya clear, imene sikupanga sikukuchinga your eye judgment. Okay, umafunika mukhale ndi ma functioning lights dim full. Okay, umafunika ukhale ndi ma functional tail lights, kuti even usiku someone can see kuti there is a car going ahead of me. Okay, umafunika ukhale ndi ma functional indicators. I say there are people umangozindikira alowa akota kodi iti makota you find kuti mwina indicator inapya sikugwira ntchito. Okay, umafunika ukhale ndi
in case of that Mista might use a hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You have driver's license
because the thing is you have to indicate.
Yes.
Show kumbuyo kwako. Okay, you need to have functioning reverse lights, brake lights, good tires with marks. Okay, rear reflectors. Ndekuti tinatake kunyezimira ukuku. Rear view mirrors, you are able to see. Umaona magalimoto ena amanyamula anthu ayikapo kamira kachati maziyang'ana pa nkhope kachi akachosa akayika pa panyani akayika pa mira ya galimoto kuti adziona. Nde ena palibiretu ndi kukhalapo komwe. Nde pali umayenera kuti mumange malamba honi yanu ikugwira ntchito. fire extinguisher, triangles, wheel spanner, wheel jack, spare wheel, and functioning windscreen wipers. Okay? Now, zinthu zina zimene zili apapa sizikuthandiza apolisi, sizikuthandiza wina aliyense, zikuthandiza iweyo. For example, spare wheel. Inu mupita Blantyre, muyenda usiku. Kamwina simuyenda usiku. Muli chapena pake mchipululu cha muncheumo, teyala laphulika, mulibe spare tire. Who is suffering?
You.
At that time, it's you. Wanive said, ndekuti ulendo wanu wasokonekera, mulibe spare tire, mulibe jeki, mulibe wheel spanner, you don't have even ma triangles. Kuti muika, mwaonese anthu. Kuti feta poira. You don't have that. Now, when the police comes, pagali moto yathu, akatuza zoti, tuone now ujeni spare tire. Timati yani, inde akuvuta tu. Spare tire. Waswapojera.
My road examiners akudedwa.
You see? I'm for certain delibe my reflector triangle.
Yeah, but it's for you though.
It's for you. And also you protect other people that are coming. Okay? Yeah. So that's on us. Kuti zinthu zimene timayina tikainazo pagali moto tilibe, and we complain when being questioned. Tilibe fire extinguisher when ndaunapo magali moto angapo akuyaka moto wati ukhozo zimisidwa. I've witnessed anthu akukanika kumakatapa mchenga, ena ake ndikuyima, ifeso ndikuyima koma tilibe fire extinguisher, we can't help tikutapa mchenga, ena angobwera with kabotolo ka fire extinguisher atimisa.
Bas.
Moto watani? Wapita, gali moto cha mwina zimene zayaka nzochipa ikhozo okonzedwa, you have saved it. When someone is asking you, a police officer is asking you, do you have a fire extinguisher? What do you say? Mungovuta zosafunika zinazo. But we have seen ngozi zanga zimene zikuchitika.
Yeah.
Now to polisi, taona gali moto ilibe zimenezo. Nde kwambiri kwa anthu amene amanyamula anthu amaenda pansi business una amanyamula anthu. I've seen people that are traveling on the roads using GR.
Yeah.
Kumalawi kuno gali moto imatha kupanga exceeding it ndekuti anyamula anthu ambiri. Akhoza kati driver yomwina license alibe. I've seen drivers ine asenda pamini pansi 5 years ndibe license. Why? Every day I'm gonna go there and get a damn GR. I'll be showing everyone on the road.
Yeah.
Imagine. So it means when I give you a GR, kuri mwazaza, simungwenda muzipitirira mutazaza. It means you have to correct. We have to correct things.
Yeah.
Simuli exceeding. Okay? What do we do? Sisane antu. Mukhale tu capacity. Osati GR ya exceed andalipira de amadusa nsewa salimau afika pena paka kumanenda polisi angoonesa GR galimoto yazaza uyo akupita pamvera apolisi apamvera muyimira akutulusa GR galimoto yazaza. What the hell are we doing, man? Tikutani magai tikutani. So you find out minibus Saudi yapsha mwafantu 26 was it a Costa? Inali Costa. Because we all know
26 is a lot.
We all know there is no minibus imene ili ndi capacity to 26.
Minibus ikulu imene ndikuidziwa I think imagwera to
18. That's achina high achina kalapani acha
But this is a minibus.
Bongo is 12.
Bongo is 12.
That's crazy.
You see? So you find out that minibus yapsha inde we accept ngozi yachitika mwafantu 26. Why? It was on the same road. It might happen the driver had a GR. I'm honest, a GR kutu apanga exceed. This is what is happening in our roads each and every day. Tikuenda miseu yote antu akuendera GR material awo anapoira ena alibe ma spare tire alibe fire extinguisher, but as long as they have a GR they have something to make them worthy traveling on the road, and we want to ngozi zichepe. It can't happen. So the police, us, we are contributing.
Yeah.
Drops the mic.
Pass.
No, guys. License, if you're a driver, please chonde. There's a reason why driving schools are there.
Of course.
Tikufunika tikaphunzire zinthu izizi. Osangoti chifukwa nimadziwa kuipanga reverse ndi forward. Galimoto nimaiziwa. Sukuiziwa.
It's not just about the car.
It's not just about the car. Go into that classroom and get your license. It's very important. Mwina ngozi zikhoza kuchepa. Tikamalemba ntchito ma minibus drivers. Akhale ndi ma license. Akhale ndi zoyenera kuti iwowo akhoza kumayendesa magalimoto wa. Kama truck kama chani. Chonde, make sure the cars are in good conditions. Agabaza, jeez.
Yes, that's another ministry.
Agabaza.
A whole ministry. Gosh, those people. Those people.
The way Gabaza will just turn on your car like,
Wapita.
amaenda pa white line uku kuli magalimoto
you amaenda hapa.
What are you
iwe mira kungotere and in fact amakhala kuti akugunda
exactly. It's like, what are you doing? Ndewanyamula passenger. Passenger so two.
But awira chepa.
But it's katundu bali matumba. What are you?
Ndekuli mapassenger aja amapezeka zoti akukwera njinga ya moto. Iwo angokwera oyendetsa awatu avala chipewa.
What are you doing?
Boys,
okwera so njinga timawapanga enable. Stop enabling anthu akabaza anjinga za moto. Ayi tili anthu awiri tonse tikwera nawo njinga. What?
Kalifo.
What?
Anthu atatu atospa stadium atupasa 2000 tikwera tonse.
Transport ya dola kwambiri pembo. This is your life that is at risk.
I say nakwera njinga ina yake just from my home kupita by 18. I say, nditangofika atangotisisa pa 18 but just like
inani manena ndimawauza kuti osayendesa mwachi bwana.
I said ndachita kupumira mwamba. I was like, today I could have been dead, man. What were you doing?
Could have been my last day.
I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like do this again.
Yeah.
Kunakanalemba patwita ati mukadzandona ndakwera njinga ya moto mutadzizoti am suicide.
You're back.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want to
you're like
it's suicide for real, guys. John, I don't know kuti anjinga wati papanga bwanji komano nkhani ndimene pansi kuti ndisamale ngozi zachuluka. We cannot be losing people like this every day. And I hope that's been understood. All that aside, tinachokapo. A president anachokapo.
Yeah.
Marauta jamnachula urijani. Anapita ku Germany. Via Mozambique,
Zimbabwe, Rome. Wapapa. Yeah.
Ku Germany.
Yeah.
Tinakapoonda. So that's not the only trip that he has been having. He has had many trips.
A lot of trips.
And there was somebody that brought up a very interesting post. Let me fetch it. Kuti tikale sondi the basis of our argument.
Yeah.
Peji ndia Gerard kampanizika. Akuti pafupi ulendo uli wonse opita kunja. President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera amabwera ndi nkhani yabwino kuti akumana ndi ma investor omwe abweretse zitukuko mdziko muno. Koma mwina ngati boma azikhalako ndi nthawi yotiuza kuti izi zinatheka. Izozo zikuthekazo ndi ziti. Ndipo apa ndakatengaso ndipo apa ndakatengaso zina kumene ndinapitako kuti tizikhala ndi paper trail kuti mukuti munapita kwakuti munakambirana zakuti ndi ifeyo no zayambapo kuonetsa zinthu munakakambira nazo. What's your take on this, Yanko?
So I also have the same complaints. Kwambiri ndimaona kumala kuno most of the times ndiyambira kumala kuno most of the times timangova zoti organization yakuti inaindi workshop akambirana zakuti after that see boma inaindi workshop akuti after that see so kubweraso kwa president is the same thing mava zoti anapanga ma bilateral relationships ndi dziko lakulakuti anapanga ma diplomatic relationship but we don't see the way forward with diplomatic relation yatipindulira chani. Mina they don't tell us kumano city maono zoti apa action because of way it's a business negotiation.
Yes,
he has to persuade them and they have to agree kuti we tidzavangisa kuti but after that most of the times sitimaona kuti chimaitika
agreement
then maona ngati zimayambira kumalawi kuno kuti kumakauta kuli workshop wakutakura but after that
iwe workshop ndi funding banje azakuti mafuna funding Leon
andemalizire kwa
hey komata ineyo when I saw the president posting on his page, Facebook page, I commented because that was before ntaona the uyomena nakalemba kuposti wageko. Like I saw just after 10 minutes naiona post ya wage. And I was kind of furious. That's why I commented. I commented right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Ndinankula nena kuti this is my direct comment when naga comment pa page pa president. Ndipo ilipo mpaka pano. We can go kaona. Tena kuti I think for me ndidzaombera mmanja ndikadzaona zinthu zikuchitika pa ground. Yes, you've signed these agreements what komano ineyo ndidzaombera mmanja.
Okay.
Chifukwa chani ndikuti ndidzaombera mmanja ndikadzaziona zinthuzi. Sikoyamba kuyenda inuyo kukasainira zinthu. If we go back to 2020, you've been traveling. And ulendo uliwonse mukabwera mumanena kuti mwina muli komwe kumapanga report ndasainana ndi akuti ali ndi investment yakuti kumalawi kuno yokhuza ulimi, yokhuza mining, yokhuza tourism, yokhuza energy. Kuti muyanganisise ma deals amene apita kumene kukasainana ndi azinthu zimene zizi. So I said kuti if we go back to 2020, 2022, you've stricken these deals. Mwasainana madilu awawa. Komano, what is happening on the ground? Zafika party. Pazinthu mwina zimene munasaina 20. Mwina sitingapange question za chaka cha December or June. Maybe we can question the deals you signed in 2020. We can question the deals you signed in 2021 because it's been 3 years. Yeah. It's been 4 years. You know, it's been 2 years. Okay? How long does it take from the day that something is signed to the day that is implemented on the ground? So, for me, because we've clapped hands before, kunali Bridget Foundation. And wanasainana, he even posted on his social media.
Oh, yeah.
But Twitter, bachani, mapeji onse, anapanga, it was just in the air. But we are questioning about the things that we saw. We were told, this Bridging Foundation is coming to Malawi with 6 trillion Malawi kwacha. That was 2022. Budget ya tuntambene January kairi pa 2.2 trillion. That was ndalama yama budget atu azaka ziwiri kabena zitatu. When they said, and we were all celebrating. And what followed? The next, I think 2-3 months, Minister wina nafusidwa kuti za Bridget for usually itendi zilankhula za zinthu zeni. Like, what are you trying to say?
Scammers.
You see? So, for me, I told the president kuti 30% ndondomeko kabena ripoti ya zinthu zimene mutakasainira zinapanga progress, because we should move from just clapping hands to documents, clapping hands to agreements, to clapping hands to things on the ground. One of said, because we had a DPP imene mangopita okaika miyala ya maziko.
Of course.
You remember that? Tinali ndi DPP. Amangota aenda uku ayika mwala wa maziko project yakuti. Apita uku and people were clapping hands for that. Let's go back. Let's go back and look at those projects. There'll be nothing other than the mwala wa maziko pamene popo. So what were we clapping hands for? So for me, if you ask me, I told him, come out, let your government ibwere poira. It was tidapita ku 2021 kaya kuunga ya 2021 tinaka kumana tinaine ma side meetings tinakumana ndi company yakuti tinasainirana because ena amakauta asainirana kapena ati anena kuti apereka ndalama nde tinasainirana panabwera process yakuti pano tili apa tunena pano kuyambira mwezi wa mawa muona sewakuti kumangidwa kunena pano kuyambira mwezi wa mawa tuona company yakuti ili kale pa ground ikubweresa ma equipment pa ground. DPP imanena kuti yaibwera kusaika mwala wa maziko nde kumabwera ma construction equipment for a month. Kunali ma stadium kujeni kuzingwangwa huko. Kunabwera ma tipa for a month, is ma grader for a month. Kumakhala pamene pacha. Go there and tell me if you find all those equipment there.
Yeah.
It's not there. So we should go past that. We should go past clapping hands for mere signatures, as Leon has said. And now we should be clapping hands for progress. So I told him, we love you. but we want to see report from because these are the truths that Malawians are complaining. Panobaja kwera kangonena kuti ndopita kunja, people mangova my comments you see siku transport. Here today and there tomorrow. People and because they are not seeing the fruits, the benefits of your trips, and that makes people angry.
Yeah.
But when you're out there, when you come back and you tell people 20 rand in up in rise and this is on the ground, people understand. Yeah, that's why maybe you have to be going around and signing all those deals because people have something.
Yeah. Interestingly, when he was in Rome, he what did he say he went there to do?
No, come on, no. Leon maybe anaona.
He said he was discussing bilateral relations with Rome and Malawi. And something along the lines of the Catholic Church being the what of Malawi. Did you read what he wrote?
Majeza, we don't know. but I will tell you, Mbumba, I'll tell you, if you ask me, we are not financially stable. We are not independent financially. Our economy depends on influence ya kwina kwake. Many enaga kutithandizira because even you look at our budget, you see there's a contribution of donation of development, other development partners, not from the money that we are getting within. So if you ask me, I'll tell you kunena kuti ngati bambo wa nyumba ataona kuti sali anga imatapa 2 ndekuti it means it's up to him kuti azienda kuti kodi chithandizo akhoza chipeza kuti. So if you ask me, I'll tell you kuti okay, mwina kwenda kusimu kuisa, but what we want is, because if the husband or if my father is just going around osa makhala pa komando ndokasaka ina chake, at the end of the day palibe chimene akubweresa, I'll question kuti ndi makatani kuli bwino tizikhala limodzi kuno tizionana zimene zili chani zilipo tizidya mfuso pano kuishana mwina mukapita kunja kumakadya nyama kanyenya if sausage wapachiwa ife kunoko tisakudani tisakudya. So if you ask me, I will tell you kuti maybe somewhere I can't say good I don't like him traveling, okay? But what I want is those traveling getting us something. I have to see things on the ground. Yeah. That's it. That's my point.
So at the end of the day, nothing doing,
unless they
because
us.
We haven't seen it.
Unless they tell us. Unless they tell us that.
Okay.
Project
Minister of Information gospel kunali maoja ankapanga ma program ina akangati Face the Nation. Then we have through those programs Minister of Information azibwera savangano breakdown right?
Yes.
Kuna anabidi kupanga project abaziliva this agreement ilipari mina this can help.
That's what we
because
magreement fusolanga ndona kuti sama ikamadede ine ndaheni magita sanelana kuti adithandiza nsewu mu November tuzoti kafika November
pakhala chinthu pa ground
and ingati sichikhalapo anthu afusa kuti November ujanduno mesa heni magimu karana koma zomangoti ine ndaheni magita anthandiza
siti
athandiza iwe as a person or as a country.
Mwapitaso kwina utubale wanu ndo anthawi ya kampeni kapena ndoti kuza ife
who knows.
That's true.
Yeah. Because ngati mene wafotokozera mukuti kwambiri ma areas aka makhatu alizimu kaya
mining agriculture.
Yeah, so we should remember kuti just amakhala kuti ndi mamucha custodian. Yes, custodian wa
lamulo la mining
minerals
ndi ali manja mwake
and I ka head ka kutuma kama percentage mali ngati move ngati salary ka I don't know how it works koma overall what if araka kuti zimene akambira nazo nzingine zokuti he can't report back to us and asama feeling kuti he owes us nothing because akuuza ndrama zatu to travel. That's the painful part. Because there's no way we are struggling.
Forex
yet you are busy
on the road
traveling
on
and drama
with our man.
Marenga kunjaja
a lot of
salaries majani allowance pa drama zambizo mwezi maro.
That's
flights even ndege.
It's a lot of money.
And akakwera suta amakwera ndi chigulugulu yayi afunika kuti ndege ija ikwere malo odulawo
classic
akwere timkweze
timkweze
ya mndege samakwera nawo izizi za mbanda. Understand? So all those things in the end amaoneka kuti sakufira kuti
he owes us anything. Yeah, that's true.
So it's not all about reporting to us kuti ndatenga zakuti zakuti, but at a certain period it's so much important to come back and tell us kuti you remember ulendo wakuti ndakapanga zakuti
Zinthu zake
ndi izi zithu akupita pa ground ndi izizi akutithandiza nsewu. You remember nthawi nake tinapita anapita ku Cardinal ku Saudi Arabia amene Cardinal kuti za nsewu akumakanjira, you know, he went there with a whole entourage ndi ukatenga even mafumu akumakanjira anapita nawo. They have at least to come back ndikuza kuti pano patu nsewu jawayamba, you know, at least people tikaona kuti akunyamuka tsiku lina apita kwena ko be like yeah akumabwera kundiza nzeru, we'll be proud, we'll be happy.
What's the update
Yeah, but
on that one?
No, atuyakule
because when there's silence,
Tisabasana update.
when there's silence, you give room for speculations.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they might do they might be good, they are doing something on the ground, but we don't know.
Yeah, that's
And we can happily contribute kunena kuti tisonkhele limodzi
A president apite akumabweresa zinthu tikula kumasonkha kuti ulendo uno sizichoka ku account number 1
ulendo unakusaini
tisonga.
mina vana vaziri pa signing.
But we have to be updated. That's the thing. Pa level ine iliyonse, what we appreciate if knowing kuti there is progress.
Yes.
That's all.
Otherwise izizi ni malonjeza nanzi bwezo omwe amangoti nzakukwatira liti. Let's talk about dates here.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Aba basondatengako so advice.
Get ready for the pressure.
But yeah, I think kumalawi kunokuta kambango. Please, we are waiting for an update on all these trips. Tikhala tikudikira ndipo wiki yamawa tiza kukumbusanso. Yeah, but mukuti ku South Africa kwa gwanjibirizi chonde. What's happening?
Going international ngati Ngugi.
Ngugi international. Shout out to
Ngugi.
What has happened today? The EFF.
EFF.
Yes.
I'm a big fan. I'll tell you it. But I'm a big fan of Malema. With the way he handles because he always say this organization, he talks about his part as organization, okay, as a movement that is for the people, all right. And if you ask me, I will tell you, Kudi, he really have lived to that. Kudi, this is for the people, because I mean, we know how much pressure that Malema gives to the government. Zuma nduja mpaka nafika poti waimika jani waimika manja, even Ramaphosa sakudusa somofewa, like he speaks to him direct in parliament muja kuti iweyo ndiwokuba zakuti like you know, that's what we want. This minute makambazi yakuti it lacks here when you are in the opposition,
but it's also easy to do when you're in the opposition.
It's what?
It's very easy to do also when you're in the opposition.
It is.
So let's wait until he becomes.
Okay, no. That's why
I'm contributing even more.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah. He said that. And after my results, he even got like less percentage. Okay. But he said, Kuti, do you know what has happened to ANC? Okay. For the first time, ANC goes beyond 50%. That has never happened. Okay. So you should accept the fact that whatever that he does, I'm a color, because I'm telling you, when you're making your decisions, you think about them no matter what. And those people that are vocal, mukamapanga chiganizo to kumaitanizana akulu tapanga chiganizo kumuona bwanja amene ujayo akachimva chinthu ichi.
So balizina zokuti sizinatuluke chifukwa chokuti anaopa yewo.
That we have to accept. Mwanive said, and even in nthawi ya mademo amene amachitika ku Malawi kunoko, nthawi imene ijayo, DPP mwina amamove ena kamakanika kupanga chifama zozoti if we do this, Ntambo will take the people into the streets, and it's going to be late for
in the end it helped.
It helped. Mwanive said, even recently nkhani ya matogate, ataika mitengo matogate, what did Ndanush Ponikalindo did? Anapanga mobilize anthu ndopanga matembo akulu ndalama mene yachuluka ndiambiri. What followed? Anapeza achipesa jani? Achipesa galimoto yangono ndi 1000 pamene poyamba anaika kaina ndi 3000. You see? So mamini basi analiso on a higher price. So he said kuti this in the end apeza zote amamini basi akweza so chani mitengo, and it affects everyone. So we have to reduce, and they were reduced. Okay? So if you are vocal, that's why I was saying, Kuti, being a leader doesn't mean you have to be on the front seat leading. But you can contribute and be a leader while on the side.
Yeah.
But giving like checks and balance, making people to tremble when they want to make decisions. One of it said. So
what if TPP is failing to oppose because they have dark spots that they're hiding?
that's the thing. That's the thing. Because that's the other thing that I always say. Uti, DPP, imapanga manyazi. That's what happens when you have the same people. I mean, a leader to be always representing you. Because there was no change. Anabwera nthu omwe aja ali ku parliament kumweko. So imagine achaponda adzika ima parliament nomaso zoti mukufetereza mukugula mwakuti mwachinyengo. Man.
Alesa angobwera kuchimanga.
Anene, you see, like people knows how to silence them.
Despite that aside, if they speak, the government will look in their suitcases. How nazori document inaenda bwanji.
Yeah.
The next thing is
It's not good they will have to look. It's not good they have to look. So says lazima kaunti zilipo
kale.
Komano, the reason why awawa akulamula mwina saa kuyamba nkhani imakana na uti we are also doing the same. One of us said that's the reason why you can be busy arresting someone when you know you are doing the same thing. So I said how we are DPP tinafika pachoti komande katanga kumwe chazo akuti pakuti paswandalama akuti apa akuti magari moto kumulakho anakathira mafuta kucheni munamva poti anthu achosula ntchito. Why no? Because Alma was. That's how we found these things. That's how we roll. So if you,
but yes, we have diverted.
Yeah, we have to now going back to the AFF. Yeah. So I'm saying, Kuti, I respect Malema because I'm gonna do this for the people. I'm gonna be vocal. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be. And recently they were in conversation with ANC to make an alliance government because ANC didn't have enough percentage.
Yeah.
Okay, they were in conversation with him. Wakana. Anakana. You see? That's respect that one because it meant he could have been the vice president. But what does that mean? It means there will be no one that will be opposing things, that will be giving you the checks and balances that you need. One of you said, now, these guys, EFF guys, Malema, Floyd, the vice president, not the vice president, EFF, left the party. Amen. These are the guys that were in the ANC. They formed the youth league. They were leading the youth league, and now they decided that okay, we are distancing ourselves from the ideologies of this party and its people. That includes its leaders. That time, Jacob Zuma was the leader. Now they're like, we're gonna form our own thing. And what we have just talked about is something that they've been doing for the past 11 years. Those guys just clocked 11 years. For 11 years, man. Your right-hand man just left you to join one of your biggest enemy.
Umkoto
MK party. Oh, man. I really felt for him. I watched his remarks after all that. It was 1 hour, 30 minutes. Because for him, he was like, when I heard this news, I called him. And I told him I want to see him. I met him and I told you.
That's Malema.
Okay. I went there and asked him, what ndinatani? Ndinalakwisa chani? Could you should do this? What if he said? Because at least they have to be something. Even in the time that we've been together, hey, Julius, you can't just be the life president. We fail to go for nobody has ever come out. So you can say, he even has questions. Because if there were issues, you could have easily come to me, talk about that. I went to his house. I told him, we're going to call the Secretary General. And you should tell him that there is nothing wrong. I've just made a decision, a personal decision to leave this party and to just go out there. You see? So for me, I was like, this is like betrayal.
Yeah, betrayal.
Yeah.
This is like,
like on a personal stance.
On a personal stance.
That's quite.
Because it's like, I say, in India, and the same beliefs, we're going to do this for people.
Yeah.
We're going to do this for people. And one day you just wake up and then you go back to those people. that we were like, that have been like fighting and you know, that kind of a thing. So if you ask me, I would tell you, Goody, these things maybe happens. And the people that go into politics sometimes, it's not for people.
But do you, maybe he's got an agenda. Maybe he's got an agenda for going back.
Yeah.
To marry with Zuma.
Yeah. That's what we always say. We say in politics, anything can happen.
No permanent enemies.
There are no permanent enemies.
Anybody could be your friend today.
Yeah, and they can be your enemies in the next day.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh.
But if you're looking in the angle of like being friends and all that, I mean, it's a difficult moment for Malawi.
Yeah.
He even said, I know a lot of people have been writing to me, sending me Bible verses. This too shall pass. My aunties called me, praying for me and all that. So for me, it's a betrayal. Like for me, it's not something that I want. If you were leaving to form your own thing, that would be a better thing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, exactly. Because I would have told you.
This is many left, right.
Now I'm gonna stand on my own. I think I can also be a good leader. Yeah. We can be doing this thing together, but in my own thing. Yeah. If it's all about me being a leader. Bad. Going back to the people that we were like, no, I want Sangati Tandize. And then I'm going back to them. Oh man, that's I don't know.
We've seen a lot of case scenarios like that in Malawi also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then dumping HRDC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a very problematic stance as well.
Yeah.
But I think it was strategic. Maybe he thought it was strategic, but it didn't go the
politically maybe.
Yes.
Politically maybe.
So maybe it could also be the same for him. Maybe he's got an agenda. Because will give anytime. Not Malema, sorry.
Zuma.
But this might be my chance because I've already got a platform.
Yeah, out
people
there.
might vote for me to be the president.
You're right.
Party.
Because MK came third.
Yeah.
They came third.
They did quite well.
Quite well for a new party.
Yeah.
They had like 2 million something votes.
Yeah.
The DA had like 3 million something votes.
Yeah.
And the ANC, I think in 95 point something there. But it wasn't enough to make them like to make them like a proper government.
Yeah.
You see? So that is right.
He could be making a strategic point.
Yeah.
But it's only very unfortunate. If at all, Malema should not take it personally. Even
if it was me.
But he should not take it personally. Issues of power are very difficult.
They are.
Issues of power are very difficult.
They are.
Because amakaba mbali bako na Yesu akufuna.
Amakawufuna mpando. Olata kaudi sakunena.
Yeah.
Olata kaudi amakusatira zimene ukula.
Sanganene. Because Malema is good at what he does.
Yeah.
So it would be difficult for him to be like, my Yesu akufuna takala.
Because also mapanga zimene ukupanga.
Because people will be like, no, it's good.
Another thing, the guy knows him personally, so he knows Malema's weaknesses.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's another angle. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you do that to me, we're done.
Rule number whatever, I don't know. You have to feed on your opponent's weaknesses. Wazi waguri my weaknesses are if I take it this side, I have more leverage. And trust me, there's going to be a shift in the politics.
There's gonna
be a shift.
And people have been questioning, is this the end of him? Malem, is this the end of him?
And also take into account chiganizo ichichochoka ku EFF.
Yeah.
Siguri wabangayeka.
I always say, Kuti, everyone has his own people.
Yes. Yeah. I'm
Londola.
So that's going to be,
you see? So we don't know. I feel for Malema. Like personally, I feel for him. Like when I heard that, I was in shock. I was like, what?
What's going on?
What's going on? How is he?
Yeah.
How was he taking the news? I mean, that's
a Bible verse.
What about him? Like his little going through that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was too much for him. But as you have said, in politics, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
You wake up today, you're friends, and then tomorrow you see people joining UTM and kusia ku DPP kode amafuna mpando. That's what happens. That's what happens. Then you be like, kodi no se munkati funa kapena mwadifuna for dem wadona di pharmacy.
But leverage. Speaking of international politics as well, Donald Trump Donald Trump and Kamala
DT.
Harris. Like ukangotegula website here BBC.
BBC.
Donald Trump this.
Kamala.
Donald
Harris.
Trump. Kamala.
Kamala.
Hey, let's just talk about it. Let's move on. United States of America is going to be having their elections in November.
Yeah.
Donald Trump tisanambe conversation yathu. Donald Trump is set to be
Contest.
no. Alini Milandu.
Yes.
Final Mariana, what about verdict?
Sentencing.
Verdict yake akupanga mwezi wa mawa September. There's a possibility he might go to prison.
Yeah.
Before we have our conversation,
Okay.
right? There's a possibility he might go to prison. If Americans decide to vote for Donald Trump, he's probably going to be the first American president to serve his term while in prison. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to be like an actual, you know what it is. It's not like going to be like,
So the law allows that?
That's where our argument should come in, because I'm not sure if the law of the United States does allow that, but he will still contest because he's already contesting. So if he goes to jail and
Maybe
he wins, that's my question. And he wins, what happens? Antazi kapita ku prison. Bwana never
I think after the verdict,
what's up, Mr.
the
Great?
verdict next month, any result of the verdict, even the Republican Party haven't decision in there because the party is bigger than a person. It's the party is always bigger than a person.
Donald Trump is just bigger than anybody. He might actually contest, but yes, you're right. The party will have to make a decision.
Yeah, my Democrats or
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Atabanga fail go debate each
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
All right. So now, tinagawanika kale from conversation yathu kumene tikushokera. Anzangawa anakwera Team Trump. Si George?
No, I just said I like Trump. I just said
That's
that.
the same thing. Is it not the same thing? Munakwera Trump in real. What about you? Why? Because our Ghana would I just like
No,
the
and
guy. Why? What about you?
I think it's the same case that we're having here. We should go for the lesser evil.
Mabale. Am I alone?
Okay, like
Conversation.
Okay. Naturally, I've been a fan of Democratic Party because of Obama.
Yeah.
I've been following Obama,
Yeah.
but now I'm
Were
seeing
you
things.
for their ideology, Kabena just for black?
I was just I was just a fan of
Because right now I'm looking at you, I'm like, what? What's he supporting?
okay. Remember, when we were growing up,
Yeah.
Maona American politics, just because Obama was popping, I became a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think I was a fan of Obama. I didn't even know what I did.
Yeah.
You were just a fan of the
You're a fan
president.
That kind of thing, because
Black.
as Africa, we just had
Black.
to be fan of Obama. Kenya, whatever. So
Yeah, we just had to be a fan of Obama.
So I think enagana talira because kuti ambofira kuti Democrat.
Yeah.
From after Obama, the next person that I was like, I think this guy's not Trump.
Okay.
Araba Biden,
Republican.
it just made my point valid.
Yeah.
I was right about Trump.
But now my question is, what is the one thing, Jabino, that you love about Trump so much? Obama Navira.
He's open. He's open. If he doesn't like you,
he's brand.
he doesn't like
Yeah.
He won't
He'll
fake
tell you.
Yeah.
He'll tell you.
And zinthu zina zimene samazikondazo ineso sinimazikonda.
You see? So it's
So I'm more of a person, or ngati za ina SKC. I'm not a UTM fan. I was SKC fan. That's the difference. And I think we have to preach about that. Kuti ngati umankonda chakwera mukonde ni chakwera. Koma izizo bali munthu antauni munthu ozindikira muno kuti ndino MCP. Zimene ndifesa isoni. Okay. So even atakharu abwera wina wake opoira. basi muzilindi
mukalabe
Not
DPP olwa kuti adada imeso inopeza kanyamana nditu adada omwewo.
Boys, we can do better than that.
Yeah,
so I'm more of a person. So I like Trump.
Yeah. So
right.
the thing is, we've got people that have got like better ideologies, but they're leading people that doesn't follow those ideologies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we look at someone and their ideologies, and then you look at the party. Yoti even in Sogolewa imakarudi kususana nayo is similar because of how the system is structured. So we have but then we've got people that stood out, and when you look at them, we'll be like people like the late SKC, as he's saying. Okay, people in it like I'll tell you good number. You get it right, but right now he is connected to MCP, and that will maybe make me love MCP, but I don't. Okay, because I will look at them and be like, I don't know how I feel about you guys. You know, that kind of a thing.
Democrat ife kuona kuti inuyo mukungu yangu la baseless information.
Okay,
it's baseless.
Tivasa and basis yano.
Basis yanga iliva mapoints angaba omano ntawe so. One, I'm okay. I love Kamala Harris.
Because she's a woman?
No.
Okay, all right.
It is an advantage that she's a woman. And it's like, okay, cool. At least, a female American president, that would be dope.
Yeah.
But her ideologies I also resonate with because I'm all about safe abortion.
Okay.
I'm all about... I'm all about
same-sex.
I didn't go to human rights.
Yes, human rights. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
I'm all about gun control. So that's one thing that Kamala Harris is also at the top of.
Yeah.
And many of her other, ideologies, her stance when it comes to her campaign and her manifesto. Because I'm a Democrat because of that.
Yeah.
Because clearly that's what I would be a Democrat if I was an American.
Because it means our basis is just the opposite of what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Because I stand for humanity. I stand for traditional way of doing things, some kind of,
this is an argument. I want this to continue next episode.
Yeah.
Apart from
what I'm trying to say is Leone said he was for Obama.
Yeah.
Maybe because he was just for like a black man,
an individual.
But then Trump came and then he gave like a picture. No, I'm not for these things. Yeah. Like we can't fund you if you're doing abortions. You don't have rights to do that. We can't fund same-sex marriages and all that. So he is for a certain belief, and that believes this is not right. Okay, you on the other hand, you are for the sake of rights. People have got rights to do whatever they want. Okay, but here we like something that we're trying to protect something. We're trying to protect a certain belief, humanity or whatsoever. Maybe humanity can apply to human rights. Maybe if you expand it more and all that. But so our basis can be the opposite of what you are saying.
No, but he said something like he says things that it is. Hey,
yeah, because I think
like
you
said
open.
You like Donald Trump because
he's open.
He's open.
Yeah.
Right? But you don't...
He speaks his mind.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Because like even we watched the debate. Yeah? Like the way he was calling the man. It's like, this man opened our gates and now every Jim and Jack can enter into our country, beautiful nation, and sell drugs to our...
but that's not it though, because like it's not like everybody that's gone into the United States is selling drugs.
That's how he sees it.
He's misleading.
That's how he sees it.
He's misleading the people.
But when you look at it, you look up. You check the crimes that is happening, and then you dig more to where are these people coming from?
A lot of the crimes in the United States right now are just because of gun control. control issue.
That everyone has got a
That the
gun.
Republicans are literally, hey, yo. But anyway, let's close this conversation because next week or next time,
It's gonna be hot.
this is what we're starting with. I think this is a conversation we should have had.
Okay,
a
so
long time
we
ago.
should go and do a homework.
Yes, and yes, as I believe,
My points.
my scrolls.
Why this and why not that?
But thank you so much for being here, guys. This
We
was
love being here.
amazing.
We love being here.
Yeah. Until next time. Until next time.
Peace.
I've been
Enjoy your
host.
time, guys.
I've been your host. Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Be good. Don't get in trouble.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drag, kids.